What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today got a nice one for you. Obviously normally I'm on my FZ07 or some kind of non-American bike, but today my mom actually bought a Harley recently and she's letting me take it for a test drive. It is a 2009, I believe. If not, I'll throw the year above right here. But it's a 2009 Harley Davidson Nightster 1200. Look at that. Woo! All right, now I've said this before, this Harley right here is the only one I've ridden before, and it's just not for me. It's really not. This one's a lot smaller, it's faster too. Just overall, it's kind of leaning more towards my style of riding, so we're gonna try it out. But of course, you know, I gotta show you what it looks like first. Here we go. Alright. I know what you're thinking. Oh, let me fix that real quick. Be like, hey, just a second ago, you were in your garage and then B-roll, and what are you doing like nowhere close to your garage anymore? Well, guess whose audio messed up when they recorded yesterday? This guy. So I get to redo the whole thing again. But this is not the first time this has happened, and I'm kind of used to it now, so part of the game. If y'all ever start a YouTube channel, or if you currently have a YouTube channel, you've probably felt this pain already. You go through the whole video, you finish doing everything, you're like, yeah man, that's gonna come out good whenever I edit it later. Then you go to edit it later and there's no audio. So let's just hope this one actually works, because I had everything hooked up right yesterday. It just didn't feel like working. Alright, so here we go, guys. So first things first, I am not going to be going that fast today because I don't want the highway winds to like blow out the GoPro. So 65 is probably where I'm going to be chilling around. So no crazy fast speeds today, just a nice highway cruise. Alright, and then second thing real quick, if y'all don't mind, hit that subscribe button. I was looking at my analytics and I think like 70 or 75% of my viewers are not subscribed. So if y'all are avidly watching the videos and you like what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button. It helps out a lot. If you're liking the videos, make sure you're smashing that like button. Helps out with the whole algorithm thing and whatnot. Pushes the videos out to more people, and it just helps me out. It doesn't cost you anything. If y'all have any questions about anything I go over today or anything in general, make sure you drop those comments down below and I will get back with y'all. Now, Harley Davidson 2009 Nightster 1200, aka Sportster 1200. What do I like about it? What do I hate about it? Pros, cons, stuff like that. Comparing it to the FZ07, because that's the main comparison I have right now for it. And let's get it going. Alright, so right off the rip, when you compare this one to like the Road Glide, you know, the big bagger Harley, one of those things, in my opinion, it is 1000% better for the kind of riding that I do. Alright, you know, that's a whole lot of commuting and around town stuff. I don't go on long 10-hour road trips and stuff like that. I just don't. It'd be cool to, I'd be down to, but right now that's not what I do. So I don't need a bike that can do all that. But like I was saying, around town type stuff, you know, that kind of riding, I'm gonna say this bike is really solid. It is air cooled, so it does get a little spicy, a little quick. But other than that, you know, just taking curves and moving around, weight-wise, it is not a problem whatsoever. It's obviously a lot heavier than the FZ07, but other than that, it's not a big deal at all. I like how it feels. You know, the wind's pretty hard right now, and I feel rather stable. That's always a bonus. Now, if you compare it to the FZ07, because like I said, we're going to be doing that a lot today, it's obviously a lot heavier, so nimbility, whatever that word is. Obviously the FZ07 is better at it. It's a lot lighter, just the riding position overall, it's just better at that kind of stuff. That that punch straight off the line, I am gonna go ahead and say the FZ07 is also better in that category, but maybe that's just the butt dyno being weird. I don't know. This thing rips. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's got some balls, but if you put it head to head against FZ07, I don't see it hanging in there. Alright, what else do I always talk about? Ergonomics. There we go. Ergonomics. Ergonomics are very important to me, you know, like I don't have the best back in the world, so being on like a super sport style motorcycle, that I can't do that for a long period of time just because it hurts. So I'm a little bit of a stickler when it comes to that kind of stuff. These has forward controls, I think. They're definitely not mid, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say these are forwards. They're not super forward, but they are out in front of you. That's different comparing to like what I'm used to using, but it's not an unwelcome change, so to say. I kind of like how it feels, but it is definitely different. Whenever you're shifting, I do get a good like tactile click whenever I shift, so I do appreciate that. Sad part about shifting, no gear indicator. Now it is a 09, so maybe it's a product of its age. I know the newer Harleys have it, but this one does not. And you got the bars right here. You know, these bars aren't anything crazy. I know I see a lot of bikes like this, and they have the T-bars up here that people try to do like the club style builds and whatnot on them. I feel like that'd be pretty cool. My brother has a Street Bob Dyna, older one. I don't remember what year it is. I know he put some bars on and they like come up and then they swoop down a little bit. I think those would feel pretty cool. But just how these are right here, it's not bad. I wouldn't complain about it by any means. Then you got the seat. So I don't know if this is the stock seat. I'm pretty sure it is. It doesn't look anything fancy. It's really comfortable. Sitting in it holds you in. You know, if you really start getting on it, the back will cave just a little bit, ever so slightly. Nothing crazy. It is really soft though, pretty cushiony. I can see myself enjoying sitting on this thing for quite a while. Man, I did not like being right there. That guy was getting all close and whatnot. Well, there's a good little side point right here. I'll touch on it again later, but highway passing power, you got it. It's nothing crazy. You know, once I'm pretty much at like the top of 5th right now almost, and no, it's not bad. It's nothing crazy. What I'm used to, the FZ07, obviously, it's going to take off a lot faster. Maybe that's just the gearing on it. I don't really know, but you can get up and go, but it's not going to be like a, whoa, super fast thing, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, back to the ergonomics and the seat. The seat is really comfortable, and I don't really know if I would change it. I may get one of those seats, or if I had a bike like this at least, the seats that kind of like go across and then it goes straight up and then back. I think it's called a saddleman seat. I'm not 100% positive, but I'd probably be down to get one of those. I feel like that'd be pretty comfortable. Hold you in a lot better too. And it may give you like a little smidget of back support, because I don't really know why. Maybe it's the wind hitting me, maybe it's just how I'm sitting. Feeling a little bit in my back. I think that's just how I'm sitting, like, because I'm kind of hunched over. Not really hunched over, slouched is probably a better word. I can feel a little bit, but if I kind of like sit up all proper and whatnot, I don't feel anything. Then you got controls up here on my left hand. Right there you got your high beam, low beam, which the high beam on this thing sucks. I'm sure you could swap that out and get something better, but as this bike sits right now, I mean, you're not going to be able to see it in the dark because I haven't recorded anything, but it sucks. Take my word for it. Horn right here. Nothing crazy, just a horn. Not feeling it, no flash to pass. Obviously you got your clutch on this side. Really stiff clutch, but not a bad clutch. I like it. It's stiff, but it's smooth, so that's pretty good. And then Harley does this really weird thing that I'm not really sure if I like, but it's got the left blinker on this side, and it's got the right blinker on this side. I don't really know, you know, like whenever I'm moving a little bit faster, like what I normally end up doing for some reason is I have 3 hands on the bar. My index finger will rest up here, and I leave my thumb on my blinker, just because, you know, I move a little bit more than I would in a car at least. So I go to do that on this, but then I have to move this hand to touch this blinker, and it just throws me off a little bit. Kill switch right there, start, then the other blinker, brake. The front brake and the rear brake both feel really nice. Definitely no complaints in that department whatsoever. Alright, what's next? Power. Down low, whenever you're in the city streets or just, you know, smaller roads, not the highway, it definitely feels like it's got some balls, man. I mean, when you get on it, you're going, you're moving. So it's a 5-speed. I'm in 5th right now, obviously doing 75, and if I just pin it right now, as you can see, you obviously get up and go, but it does leave a little bit to be desired. Maybe that's just a Harley characteristic, I don't know, but it has no top end. Then just for weight comparisons, I'm about 180 right now, maybe like 185, somewhere around there with gear and my backpack on and all that, so nothing too crazy. I figured it'd accelerate a little bit faster than that, given, you know, Sportster, but I guess not. As far as power figures, I'm not really sure what they are, but I'll throw them up on the screen right here. But overall, you know, it's definitely not underpowered by any means. You can do what you need to do with it, but I'd prefer, I'd just like a little bit more, you know what I mean? Then what we got next? We got handling. Alright, so with handling, this is why I really wish I could have used the video from yesterday, because I was doing some curvy roads. It surprisingly does really good. I didn't really think it would. I thought it was going to be really bulky and heavy and just not carve how I wanted it to, but it did. It held a line decently well. Obviously, it's not like you're hitting the canyons with a Super Sport or something like that, but for what it is, I think it did really good, you know? I was surprised, but in a good way. Then around town, you know, stoplight to stoplight, turning in out of streets and stuff like that. Not too heavy, it's just nice chill bike. So as far as handling goes, definitely no complaints on it. You know, out here right now, I want to like kind of swerve around like this a little bit. Definitely no problem. Pitches over a little bit easier than I thought it would. Once again, it's not a sport bike obviously, but it's not hard to ride by any means. One of the big things, since, you know, it's a Harley, how is it on the highway? I'm not gonna lie, this kind of sucks. Obviously, I'm on a naked bike, so I'm used to getting just smacked all around with wind and whatnot. But on my bike, I can hug my bike with my legs. I can't hug anything with my legs right now. You know, I can put them out like this and let the wind just kind of like glide off the top. But other than that, yeah, I'm getting hit pretty hard with the wind right now, so that's not very enjoyable. If you had some kind of windscreen on this, even if it's a little one, I'm sure it'd make a pretty big difference. Overall, I'm not gonna lie guys, I really like the bike. I wasn't sure, I was kind of apprehensive going into it. When I talked to my mom, I was like, hey, can I borrow it for the weekend? I'll leave my bike with you. I want to ride it around and do a video on it. Just see how it feels, you know, because I've been looking at cruiser bikes. Not actually going to get one anytime soon, but I've just been looking at them because they interest me. And, yeah, it's really not bad. Big complaints that if I was to get one, is that I really wouldn't want to go without. One, gear indicator. That's definitely a big one. Two, a 6th gear. I don't like this is only a 5-speed. That's another thing. It's a 5-speed. I really wish there was 6. It just, I don't know. I'm just used to that kind of style of thing, and it feels weird. I feel like I'm just like killing it being in 5th right now. So I would want a 6th gear, and I think the newer ones have those. I'm not really sure. And I want a fuel gauge, man. I really want a fuel gauge. I don't like not having a fuel gauge. Obviously, I could get by without it, but I don't want to get by without it. I just want one. Damn. But overall, like I was saying, I think it's a good bike. I like how it feels, like how it rides. It's pretty different, so just a good experience on it overall. Who would I say this bike is for? I'm not really sure, to be honest. This could definitely be your only bike, but I wouldn't want it to be my only bike. I like doing a lot of different things with motorcycles, you know, messing around off-road on my street bike, which I probably shouldn't do all that often, but I do because it's mine, so I don't care. But doing stuff like that, or going kind of fast, trying to do wheelies, which I know you can wheelie a Harley, but I can't even wheelie my bike, so I'm not going to try and wheelie a Harley. So, you know, reasons like that, I wouldn't want it to be my only bike, but I'm very confident it could be your only bike, and you could get by just fine. But as far as like narrowing who this is for down to like one group of people, I don't really think I could do that, because I feel like it would fit a wide range. So I'm not going to do that. And with that being said right there, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Like I said earlier, if y'all have any questions, go ahead and drop those down in the comment section below. If you liked what you saw today, go ahead and smash that like button, helps out a lot. Subscribe if you want to see more. Guys, other than that, I've had a great time. Hope y'all had a great time too. I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.